Am I live? Seems like it. Maybe. It says connection's excellent. Yeah, seems to be live-ish. Let's go ahead and share my link in the usual places. That's not what I copied. Silly internet tricks are for kids. Copy. There we go. Third time is the charm. I don't think anybody's viewing yet, but if you are, howdly doodly. I'm just trying to share some links. Get some eyes on my stream. Why is Discord behaving strangely now? Can't have shit in Detroit. Alright, now let me post to Blue Sky, although I don't think anybody ever actually comes from there. Do. Alright, all my links are posted. Almost. Link posted. Alright. Why am I still third person? Should have muted before clearing my throat. In fact, I got a cough coming, so I'm going to mute completely. 1 second. Alright, I live. Looks like I've still got those going. What did I do last episode? Alright, so I've got a pot. I've done some pottery so far. My inventory's still a mess. I should probably collect more reeds. I got a fish trap, but only the one. Yeah, let's go ahead and collect more reeds. I'll focus more as soon as somebody actually shows up and starts chatting with me. Wonder how long ago these were done. Doop. Oh, sweet. Rift Bloom. Fuck yeah. There we go. Those are dangerous to keep around, but so are most of the bushes I've got in my area. Can never have enough thorns. None of those onions are ready to go. Oh yeah, good news, the nobody who's currently watching. I did manage to find an area with both limestone and basalt, so I've been recording. Hello! I've been recording Season 2 of Vintage Story. Whoops. Unfortunately, I've recorded episodes 1 through 4, but already episode 2 is corrupt. I don't know what happened. My recording software in the game crashed at the same time, and while my recording software should automatically recover anything that is corrupted like that, it didn't. I've kept the corrupted file, so hopefully I can actually record or upload that eventually. But that's a much later issue. For now, I just need to get the live stream going. I mean, it's going. Have you been playing the game yourself? It's a good game. Cannot recommend enough. Yeah, only the one got corrupted so far. It's not supposed to happen at all, so I don't know how it happened. Kind of annoying that it did. It should have also been only 2 files, but there are 6 of them. So I don't know what's up with that. I use something called Morellus Action. Not for live streaming, I use OBS for that. But for recording, I use Morellus Action. And if something happens, it's supposed to automatically try to save the video. And I'm thinking that it started trying to automatically save the video, and then that got interrupted as well. So I've just got a bunch of corrupted MP4s and 4MAs or whatever they're called. I'll see if I can't fix it, but I'm not very good with computer stuff. So my money is on I can't fix it, but I'm going to try. Worst case scenario, I just release episode 1, then 3, 4, etc, etc. And then like a month down the line, I finally release episode 2 as soon as I figure out how to fix it. I need more reeds, but the sun is setting. Oh, also while recording I discovered cloudberries are super overpowered. Like if I come into here, type in cloudberry. Like not only is 100 satiety really good, but the berry heals for like 1. Oh, it's meltable. How do I melt berries? That sounds like a later issue. Oh, it's not much of a major gap. Unless you mean like I release episode 70 and then release episode 2. But that sounds more funny than anything. Also, one moment, I've got to clear my throat again. I live. I don't know why you would, but if you're ever tempted to drink Monster Energy drink and eat York peppermint patties at the same time, don't. What is this? Ooh, oak. I think I knew that was there. I've got to rediscover everything. I don't... Do I have enough? I was able to make a copper pickaxe on my other save, the one that I'm doing the Let's Play on. I don't recall if I've got enough copper in this one. I might. I think I did. I mean, the stomach's not even the issue. It's eating something that's like dark chocolate and mint and then immediately drinking whatever the heck Monster is supposed to taste like. It's a bad combination. It's like chugging orange juice after brushing your teeth. Doesn't work. Although we did accidentally discover that worse than toothpaste than orange juice, the Pacific Cooler, Capri Sun, if you drink that after brushing your teeth, it is so terrible it will cause gagging. That drifter's over here dead in my fire pits. I don't know why he did that. Assuming he's got any loot on him, though. It's free stuff. Can never have enough knives, anywho. Boom. Where's my knife? There we go. Alright, Drifter. I don't know why... Ow. What was that? Oh. It's one of these ranged drifters. There's a good chance that's actually what killed the other guy. I wish I had storage. Also, let me know if the game is too loud. I did end up turning the game up. Oh, there it is. Oh, there's 2 of them. I'm gonna die. Run for it. Convenient my door hasn't killed me yet. I wish I could go carve that drifter, though. Couldn't put my basalt down. These new drifters make some funny noises. I don't know if you can hear it out there. The spiky creatures are the drifters that have, like, crossbows. Well, I mean, they don't have crossbows. They are crossbows. Where the hell did I get shifting fibers? Not important. I don't even have enough flax to make a bandage. Could you go away? I suppose I can just sleep. Later, dorks. It's probably still going to be there when I wake up. Yeah, sleep usually doesn't use so much satiety, but I sacrificed some nutrients to heal. Which I think is how that works in real life as well. Alright. Back out. Fortunately, these guys are still here. If I can fight one at a time, it won't be an issue. But there's 2 of them, and they're working together. If I could just get some poultices, we'll be fine. New horror discovered. Wait until you see the, Actually, what are they called? They're like weird horse dogs. Oak tree. I'm gonna plant that. I never have enough oaks. Honeycomb. Might as well eat it. Delicioso. And that was it. Something to heal me would have been nice. I can make poultices, but I think that requires cattails, which I've got a bunch of on me. What I don't have is horsetail. Treasure trader. I'm gonna go ahead and look for horsetail so I can at least heal while I try to fight for my life. I passed a bunch trying to find this place. So there's horsetail around. It's just in the forest, I believe. You know what else is in the forest? Wolves. Let's see here. Is that how you spell poultice? Are they not called poultice? Yes, I was spelling it wrong. So I need 2 reeds, 4 horsetails. Why is there a U in poultice and poultice? Well, there is linen in the game. Unfortunately, you require flax, which I have some, but not a lot. And it takes a lot of time to grow. I will probably be dead of old age before we get to the point in the stream where I'm growing a bunch of flax. I'm only 30 though, so who knows? I might survive long enough. Shouldn't take me more than 30 years. I do wish I had collected that horsetail while I was out here. Of course, inventory is an issue. I'll probably want to use my flax, at least at first, to get new bags. Oh, is that high fertility? Hell yeah, it is. I was struggling to find low fertility earlier. Oh no, there's low fertility everywhere. I was struggling to find medium fertility earlier. Do I have a shovel? Yes. You do need a lot of flax to get anything done, unfortunately. Yep. Alright. 14 pieces is not bad. It's enough to start a farm anyway. Which I can do as soon as I make it back home. Hoping to find some close by horsetail. Oh, there's just chickens. Oh, what is this? Dogros? I should probably not be walking into those while I'm this close to death. Right, the horsetail is mostly in more dense woodland, which this is not. Oh, blueberries. I don't have any inventory space. I could always just eat the dogros I've got. Well, the smart thing to do would be to use medium quality soil. And then just upgrade to high later. Probably just peat. Yep. Would not be so lucky that there was that much high quality. But once I get earthworms going, I could technically just use medium for anything. So I don't know, I plan on growing a variety of stuff. If I could find some good berries like cloudberry, that would be helpful. But since I am also doing a let's play of this, I'm doing a lot of things twice. You'd think, surely, doing this same thing a second time, I would be doing it better, but you would be wrong. Oh, these are actually really good. I don't want a cutting of it. I don't think that's even how that works. Just put that there temporarily so I can gather these without eating them. On that note, my inventory is now full. I'll probably just throw the worms if I find any horsetail. No, that's forget-me-not. Just a flower. Some wild daisies. Very pretty, not helpful. Berries will attract raccoons. Rabbits are drawn to other things, like crops, like regular crops. Raccoons and hares aren't that good for food, but you can build a trap around your farm to get them to fall in of their own volition. It's not the best food source, but it is a food source at all, which makes it decent to do. Is that fully grown spelt? Oh no, that's mature rye. I should know this. I don't remember the horsetail being this far out. I must have totally missed it. I need to be checking in thicker woodlands. Ooh, what is this? Ore? I'm curious as to what's in there. 100 satiety. It's pretty powerful. I'm going to turn these into seeds so I don't accidentally eat them. Don't need that. Just 2 copper. Was that really all that was in there? Yeah, that was literally all that was in there. I don't know whose idea that was. Here's a food vessel. Let's see here. Rice. I think it's stacked with the rice I already had too, so there wasn't a waste of resources. Let's see here. I guess I should just head back home, look for a different route, and maybe run into all that horsetail. What is this? More rye. You'd think I would recognize rye. With it being a cold, hardy crop, it's what I grow the most in this game. I mean, I can use those stones from the ruins. I'll probably remember they're there. I won't. But I don't have the inventory space, to be picking anything up at the moment. Especially early on, inventory is your biggest hurdle. With enough copper, you can craft a saw, which will allow you to make chests finally. So it's on my to-do list. Oh, more flax. I need those seeds. I should eat that, but I'm just gonna run away. Yeah, I picked up the string. Oh, right. My brain doesn't work at the best of times. I always gotta triple check that I'm not doing something really stupid. Oh yeah, this game's got a good soundtrack. The music isn't always playing, but it's a treat when it is. What's fun is that if I come over here and submerge myself, it actually muffles everything like you're actually listening to it from underwater. Which is hilarious. Doesn't have to do that. It just chose to. Do let me know if the game is too loud, though. I can turn it back down. I recently just turned it up. Or I turned it up between streams. Finding a lot of plants, just not the ones I'm looking for. I find it hard to believe that the horsetail was out here, since this isn't anywhere I would have found it. Probably. Also, I'm sprinting and bunny hopping all the time. That's not a good idea. It burns through your satiety faster. I'm just compelled to bunny hop all the time. I play Sea of Thieves with my friends and I'm just not allowed to move the grog bottles because bunny hopping like this will damage them. I mean, you don't actually even eat the horsetails. The horsetails are used for poultices, so like healing. I guess they've got some kind of antibacterial effect. Oh. That's a good find. Let's actually mark it here. I need to figure out the quick mark. It is poor quality, but it is on the surface, which makes it a good find. I've been gone long enough that if I'm lucky, the drifters around my house are just not there anymore. But I would really like bandages. Dying isn't the biggest hurdle in the world. Just kind of come back from it. Gotta pick your stuff up, but I gave myself an hour to do that. But I'll also lose some of this satiety I went through the trouble of collecting. Yeah, I plan on making fish baskets. That's what the cattails were originally for. I'm also going to have to gunt for some earthworms. Oh, hell yeah. More surface copper. Why do I keep pressing J? Where am I? Surface copper get? I don't know what I did with my copper, but I've definitely got enough of it to make a pickaxe somewhere. Do-do. Horsetails don't look that, like, impressive. They just look like little reeds sticking out of the ground, like short ones. Aha! Here we go. Oh, I have no inventory space because I'm stupid. I don't know I even have heather on me. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Can I make horsetail seeds? No. I thought I could with a mod, but not this one. Alright, let's head back home. Oh, what type of tree is this? White oak. I don't think that's the same one I found earlier, but it continues to elude me if that's even any good. No, doesn't seem to drop anything. Or if it does, it doesn't call itself white oak, etc. There's a mod that lets you grow horsetails, but I don't think I have that mod. Look how close they are to where I live, but I went all the way over there. Although this is where the danger was, so I'm not surprised I wandered off. Better not be a monster over there. I've got a spear. Oh, sweet, I got a fish. I got 2 fish. Go ahead and put some stuff down so I can actually collect that. My inventory is a mess. Just moving some stuff. Yoink, yoink. Let's go ahead and carve these up here. Where's my knife? I've yet to get roe. Which sucks, but isn't... It's to be expected. Roe is pretty rare, and if you get fertilized roe, you can even increase the population of your pond. See here. Growing flax. I can't expand my home until I've got a saw, which is a copper tool. Like, I currently just live in a hole in the ground. But that's because to make, like, wooden planks, you need to cut them up first. Can't just, I mean, you can totally just build with logs, but it's not like Minecraft where you can just cut them up. Oh, hell yeah. Flax isn't very good, like, for food. But the more of it I can collect, the better. Especially once I start farming. Should probably head back. This isn't enough flax to do anything with, but if push comes to shove, I can just put berries in my fish stew. That's just a hole leading deep into the ground. I should really stop bunny hopping. Right, yeah. Looks like I'm throwing... Ow. Looks like I'm throwing some berries in there. For fire, you just want to use charcoal. Well, I mean, you don't want to use charcoal for, like, fire. But there's firewood, peat, charcoal, brown coal, black coal, coke coal, which is only used for, like, advanced steel making. Definitely don't want to be using that for your arts and crafts. Do I have anything else I can put in there? I don't think I do. Here's a second flax grain, but I don't think I can throw that in there. Nope. If I had a quern, which is on my to-do list, I could do something with that. Give me my torch. Actually, I can't start cooking dough until I've got an oven. So making flour wouldn't help me too much. Or would it? What? It just kills the plant? That's not ideal, is it? I really gotta do something about my inventory space. The torch will burn for 48 hours, unless you do what I'm doing, where you pick it up and re-drop it every now and then. I should either turn these to seeds, or eat them. One of the two. It'll take them a while to grow, but in the long term, it'll be a good idea to turn these into seeds. Let's go ahead and come over here. This side will be where I grow my berries. I can just grow these super close together. Since I can walk over them without hurting myself, it's fine that they're clustered up. Alright. Now for these dudes. Pretty good berries. Hopefully they grow before I die of hilarious starvation. Okay, those no longer require any involvement from me. My fish baits. No, my fish trap is still baited. I don't know why I killed those. Do get a good amount of dry grass from killing your berry bushes like that, though. Boom-ba-doo. Alright. Ideally, I would have medium quality for this. Three of those are, or two of those are low quality anyway. So it is what it is. I wish these shifting fibers weren't taking up so much space in my pockets. I'll try to use the high quality first. I should have more flax seeds than this. They might be in my chest. And then of course I'm going to want to make earthworm castings. Whoop. Do I not have more flax seeds than this? Oh, here we go. I'm going to want to make a fence to keep rabbits and stuff out. But for the meantime, I've got some crops growing. Well, technically, my character's not a human. They are an kobold. Kobold has discovered agriculture. One moment, I feel like the music is too loud even for me. Although it might sound fine in the stream, and now it's too quiet. If it is, I just have to turn up the stream desktop audio slightly. Oh yeah, I was smelting some stuff. Or not smelting some stuff necessarily. I was making some pottery, which is done, question mark? Where was that? Here we go, saucepan. Oh, it's just my saucepan and my cauldron. I don't need these yet, but having them will help. Put that there. I need these to make like mage clothes, but that's not anything I'm doing anytime soon. Let's dispose of it. And this can stay over here, since it is just a mold. Alright. Gotta find what I did with my stuff. Let's go ahead and just put this over here. And keep my dirt next to what I was using it for. If I was what I'm looking for. Oh, more dust. Right, that's just my flax grain. When and why did I drop that? Right, let's see here. How good is this soup? I mean, it's not very. 288 protein and 120 fruit. It's not the worst. It is also already gone. Alright. So put this, I don't know, there. Take the crucible. Move it to here. I am going to want to replant this so that it's not taking up space in my inventory. Struggling to get out of the hole in the ground. That's a fine spot for that. The hell is this? Oh, it's the grass stuff I just threw there. And I got another fish. Oh, I think I need salt to make jerky now. But it did sound like I got roe. Fish eggs ovulated. By throwing that into the river like that, I increase the, Does that not work anymore? There we go, that does still work. Oh, I'm just making my, iron, or my, not iron, copper. Iron comes way later. There's a rift. Life is short. What's up, Dave? That guy's gonna start shooting at me. Probably. Nope, he's just on a mission. Oh, now he's trying to shoot at me. Ow! Succeeding, too. Have to kill that guy. And then I can continue what I'm doing. Come at me, Scrub Lord. Don't try to poke me with your nose. What are you, some kind of weird mosquito fuck? And he's dead. Where's my knife? My inventory is a shit show. Dude had nothing on him. I'm gonna eat my grain as it is, just to assert dominance. Let's see here. horsetail, some reeds. Go ahead and heal up, and then continue what I was trying to do before I was so rudely attacked. What was that about eggs? Let me see here. Maybe try placing fish eggs instead of throwing them. No, I already figured it out. No, I don't know why it took so long to actually take effect, but that is how you do it. Yeah, shut up. Who hasn't taken a tiny bit of damage? There we go. I'm in a lot of danger. Let's get out of danger, and then try to survive. I should probably just hide in my house. Although they can totally spawn in here. I'll hold my spear. That'll protect me. Probably won't. I don't know if the bone tools actually do last longer than the stick ones. You can only make basic, crude tools with bone anyway. So maybe for stone tools, the bone handle does last longer. But you're going to want to upgrade to metal at some point anyway. I just had to cough, so hopefully I did mute the stream. If I didn't, my apologies. Actually, it might not be. I should go somewhere more stable. I need more sticks anyway. There we go. Now it's shifting back. So my home is a more neutral zone. Sure do wish my character would suck it up. Alright, more sticks. More sticks, more sticks, more sticks. How many do I have? I've got 10, so I already had enough, maybe. I'm going to want to make a tool rack as well. So you can never have enough sticks. That's a dog rose bush. Although maybe I could get sticks for breaking it. If I can, it's not the best use of a dog rose bush. Alright, no longer dying. And I've got a mana bar. How cool is that? Alright, let me see here. 6 like that. Boom. Just throw a stick by accident. Got myself a pair of wooden tongs. And now I'm one stick short of actually being able to make a tool rack. Oh great, more of these fuckers. I mean these clowns. My channel is marked as not for children, but I should probably swear less. One of these days I'll be monetized. Unlikely. Running around. Oh, I hear them shooting arrows at me. Because they've got nothing better to do. These aren't even the closest trees to my house. I think I startled a hare. Yes, you need the wooden tongs for carrying hot pieces of metal, as well as the crucible. If you try to pick up the fully heated crucible without the tongs, your character will just drop it and scream in pain. Which unfortunately makes it impossible to pour the metal. It's funny, though. I almost made that mistake in my Let's Play, where I started smelting metal before I even had a pair of tongs, and then I had to run into the dark to look for enough cattail to make a rope. That's planning ahead. Or it's the opposite. That's not planning ahead. Alright, I can probably get back into my own house. If I can do so unbothered, I should try to pick up some charcoal while I'm out here. Don't have a lot of inventory space. Hello! I'm kind of curious. Wow, what is a placenta burrito? And is it exactly what it sounds like? I do know that in some cultures they do eat the placenta. Like they freeze it. And then when the kid reaches adulthood or whatever, they make it into a soup or something. It's supposed to be symbolic. Alright, tool rack made. I'm gonna drop my sticks on the ground. Or not. Did I even make the tool rack? I don't think I did. There we go. Tool rack made. Just throw that over there. I like the inventory required to put my tongs up there. Do-do-do. I can't remember what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I'm making copper. I can't remember. Did I have peat moss anywhere? Or is that the thing I forgot to actually bring with me? I'll just grab this. Surely I've got... I'm still being shot at. This is not a very friendly neighborhood. Yes, I do have an axe. Good, good. I'm going to bring it up to temp using the firewood, and then switch it out to charcoal, unless I forget. Did I not have 2 torches? Maybe I had 2 torches on my Let's Play. Good, put that brick. No, not that. I'm also going to want this to be somewhere I can easily get to it. Okay, nothing's killing me. I should also probably figure out how to make a spell book. Or not book of spells necessarily. It's called something. Let me see here. Magic, looking at guides. Quick start guide. Manual of Magical Arts is what I want to make. So it's 8 dry grass and a rift bloom seed. I don't think I have any more of those. Gotta stop leaving my house. Nope, I'm out. It's not like it's gonna be hard to get more. You cannot make peat moss, and in real life, peat moss is hard to make, like, as well, because it takes a long time. It's basically just super nutritious, like, wetland muck. I did see a mod that allows you to dry peat moss, which would indeed make it burn longer. I think the implication, though, is that it's dried as soon as you dig it up. This is taking too long. If it doesn't hurry up, I'm gonna wander off. It's almost at temperature. Hopefully I don't need more than 3, but we shall see. I'm probably going to need more than 3. When I did this in my Let's Play, I used peat moss, which burns up to 900 Celsius before needing to be brought up. But we shall watch it. If I was better at multitasking, I would start making a prospecting pick and hammer mold as well. If I was better at planning things, I would already have those. But here we are. Yeah, metal requires quite the temperature to actually start melting. Oh, hey there. Is this going to become like a nightly thing where I just always have somebody sticking their face through my door? And I got 2 of them. I wonder why they have different color faces. Like if there's like a lore reason behind it. Yeah, nope, you 2 can't come in. Go ahead and grab this and pour it into my pickaxe mold. Alright. I suppose while I'm trapped in here, I can't get a better door until I have a saw. So the saw is basically one of the biggest technological advances you can make. You needed to start making chests, wooden boards, etc., etc. Boat's a big thing. Alright, let's go and make a hammer. Well, prospecting pick is also something I have to make, so I might as well make it first, since I found it first. Gonna need to collect so much stuff just to fire these. Nope, I can hear another type of drifter out there. Okay, let me real quick turn up the sound so you can hear some of the sounds these drifters are making. Turn that back down. It's actually more down than it was. Turn it back up a tiny bit. You do need nails to make a chest, but that requires an anvil and a hammer, which is on the to-do list. In fact, after I make this prospecting pick mold, I was going to make a hammer mold. Alright. Why do I keep pressing buttons I don't need to? Where is? There we go. Hammer mold. Stop hammer time. It's fine. I actually like the sound of rifts. And that's just the sound of distant metal scraping against other metal. Do. I will hopefully have a better house by the time temporal storms start. But this little hole in the ground I have will not protect me from a temporal storm. What on earth are you two doing? They're synchronized. I think there might be 3 of them out there now. Nope, probably just the 2. But yeah, let me see here. Everything. Nails and strips are required for stuff like, well, tons are modded. But they're required for stuff like wooden chests and bug nets. Labeled chest, wooden trunk, decorative chest. Alright, so I did remember to add chisel tools. My pickaxe is still super hot to the touch. Might as well cook up my fish fillets, since they will just rot in my inventory. Can I add worms to my food? No. If the game was fun, I could add worms to my food. I mean, technically, the worms aren't a vanilla feature. So I could just find a mod that adds what I want, which is worms in my food. Oh, that's too much firewood. Probably gonna need 3. Actually, it's very likely only gonna need 2. Let's just watch. My flint spear is almost broken. I wish I could stab them through the door. But it's probably better that I can't, because if they could hit me through doors, there would be some next level bullshit. Nope, there are 3 of them out there. So, you 3 come here often? Well, I don't know what that one's doing. I think it's doing some yoga. Getting out of my house is going to be really annoying if they don't disperse. Oh sweet, my porridge, or my fish soup with berries in it is done. That barely fed me at all. Let's go to bed. I've got a flint spear, I'll be fine. If I'm lucky, one of them will even drop me a temporal gear I can use to reset my spawn point to here. Because I'm probably gonna die. Oh sweet, my pickaxe. Well, just the head. Stick. Boom, pickaxe made. Where's the X key? There we go. Gonna hang that up. Hang that up. Alright. I mean, they're over there just bothering my crops. I don't think they can actually harm them. But a hare will eat my crops. Whoa there, who's throwing rocks? Honestly, my neighbors are all jerks. I don't know why it's running. Ow. Where's my knife? Surely I didn't put my knife away like some kind of idiot. I put a bunch of stuff away, but I don't think my knife was one of them. I must have accidentally left it in a chest. Back into my beautiful home. Nope, my knife is one of the things I left in my tool rack. If you use a temporal gear to set your spawn location, it should last for 20 times unless you changed it in the settings. Dang it, dude didn't even have anything on him. I honestly don't see any reason not to set it to be indefinite. Temporal gears are rare enough that, like, might as well be infinite. Alright, let's go ahead and get these started. I need more inventory space. Put my shovel. There we go. My kingdom for a bag of holding. Or two. Put that there. That there. How much grass do I have? On me none. I think we all start out in dirt shacks. I need a lot of sticks. Especially considering this game will not let you create a house. Or not a good-looking house, anyway. With enough clay, you can make cobblestone early on. You just need a pickaxe, which I already have. The only reason I also need a saw is because I would rather my house look half-decent. Considering I'm the one building it, my house is going to need all the help it can get to look good. Right, I need 16 sticks before I can continue. I can also make some spiles and get some sap from this pine tree. It's not the best way to do it, but it is a way to do it. Not a lot of these are branchy, are they? If I had a staff, and I don't, I could be using magic to break these leaves. It's impractical, yes, but you gotta use a lot of magic if you want your magic to level up anyway. Magic being a mod. This game, the story does involve some magic in sci-fi, but unfortunately there's not a lot of magic the player is granted without mods. I guess long-distance teleportation is a vanilla feature, if you're really lucky. I'm guessing my luck is not going to be amazing going forward, considering I'm struggling to even collect 16 sticks. There we go. That's what we call good enough. Alright, I'm dumb, so I'm just going to go ahead and use charcoal. I shouldn't use charcoal. Probably going to do it. There we go. Get these firing. Now, realistically, I shouldn't be gone for so long that they're done by the time I get back, but I am going to go collect some copper. I should clear out my inventory slightly. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Alright. Is my trap baited? Looks like it is, so it doesn't need another worm yet. Oh, sweet, another rift. Several rifts. What's the activity like? Very high? I don't need my firewood to take up an inventory space. I can just pile it over here. I said over here. Do I have my hoe on me? I don't seem to. It's right here. Boom. Alright. Stop trying to eat the worm. You kids make me some earthworm castings. Alright. I'll leave this spear here, but only because I'm picking up this other one. Boom. It's got a tiny bit more life to it. Don't need my grass. We'll take my berries. Leave my rice. I'm going to plant all of these, and then I will have inventory space again. I should stop walking into that. Make my own pine forest. Sweet, I can make that book. I'll do it when I get back. Just keep planting. Nope, that's way too close. Probably would have grown, though. Trees aren't as picky in this game. I mean, they are quite a bit more picky than in Minecraft, or the other block game, as it is colloquially known. Colloquially. By the locals. There we go. Oh, sweet. These two surface ore deposits aren't that far from each other. I do think this is the one at the bottom of a hole, though. I'm going to come back for that, when I am confident I can get out of the hole. Did I just never pick this up? Gotta be careful, because gravel will cave itself in. I just needed to get out of the hole, so I might as well collect more of it now. Right, that definitely isn't enough, but it's enough to get me started. Sweet, that didn't even take that long, and it's medium quality. I found like 80 chunks of poor copper so far in my Let's Play, which is a good amount of copper. It's just not as good as medium. Let's see here. Poor chunks have 15, and these ones have 20. So medium is actually not even that much better than poor, actually. Unfortunately, finding tin is going to be an uphill battle. Black bronze is my favorite of the bronzes, but it kind of requires that you already have a Bronze Age pickaxe. So tin is the most realistic. Right, I'm going to dig around a tiny bit more, but this pickaxe won't last forever. Sweet. If I had a prospecting pick, I can use that to tell if there's any more actually in the area. But I don't have one, so thinking about it, it's not gonna help. Alright. Sweet. I was actually able to get out of that. I figured I was gonna be stuck. Oh great, we got more elementals. Who knows? Maybe the elemental doesn't want to bother me. I can also give it some wide, give it a wide breath. Wide berth? One of those things. There was some poor copper I found. Oop. That could have been bad. In a cave over here. Unless I'm misremembering my adventures. I do think it's here, I just have to find the cave mouth. Get lost in some bushes. No, that is a cave mouth, but it's too far from where I found the copper. Maybe this was just surface copper, so I have to dig for it. Starting to seem to be the likely case. Alright, let's collect some gravel so I can build my way out. It's wild to think that I would become a mage in my stream before I became a mage in my Let's Play. But then again, none of those are out, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. Nobody will know. Alright. Here-ish. Unless I get caved in. Alright. Not dead yet, so let's dig down. I can't dig down too far. Oh, rich! That's a really good find. That is taking up a whole nother inventory spot. But once I've got that hammer made, we're in the money. I do wonder what other vintage story content creators do to keep stuff like this interesting. I guess I could talk about my day, but my day is both just started and practically over. It's almost 5 a.m. I gotta go to bed around like 7 a.m. No. Then I gotta wake up at like 3 p.m., which I don't like. I'd rather sleep through all of the sunlight hours, if that makes sense. The less sunlight I get, the better. This is a pretty big copper vein as well. I would say that as a whole, my livestream save file is doing better than my other one. Like, look at this. I probably have enough out of all this mess to make an anvil. I'm still going to need to make the mold for it. It would be funny if the biggest hurdle to making a copper saw is actually that I just don't have enough sticks to make my anvil. It just keeps going. Boom. Since it's rich, I'm gonna dig around a tiny bit more, hopefully to find some. With how many I've already got, though, probably just count my current blessings. RNG has smiled upon me this day. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else in here. As unfortunate as it is, that was a good find. So I shan't complain. Good. And I was able to get out without it caving in on me. I have cave-ins enabled. Or at least, like, for, No, I don't have cave-ins enabled. Gravel and sand and stuff like that will cave in by itself. But it must be really lenient, considering I was totally fine in both of those adventures. What is that glowing bright white thing? Oh, it's just some birch logs I never did anything with. I think this one's got one. So check it out. Some of these are spawning with ancient pylons. Rechargeable. Casting transmutation on this will make it inert. What did that... What? This is too unstable to meditate with. Ow. Run for it. It's one of those things I can't remember what it's called. Where's my spear? Oh, swims fast. What are you called? They're called shivers. Could you die? I've got better things to do than be killed right now. Could just die. Thank you. Creepy little guys. Dude didn't even have anything on him. I feel like I'm wasting my time. I should figure out what to do with those pylons, though. I mean, obviously it says cast transmute. I don't remember how to make a basic staff. Apprentice staff. I need an arcanus, some shifting fibers. That's complicated. I'm pretty sure that the magic book will walk me through all that nonsense. I'll figure out your secrets, pylon. If it's the last thing I do, and it probably will be. Alright. Put my basalt away. I don't know if that's just the sound of water shifting, or if I've actually got a visitor. Also, I extinguished my torch. Probably while I was running from the shiver. I need more worms. Speaking of worms, though, y'all done? No. But look how good that farmland is with the worms working it. I seem to be missing a worm, but they are in the process of turning that into castings. There are spells that will make the magical, like, help with crops, but they're pretty late game. Like a Rustbound magic or Rustworld magic, whichever it's called, has got a ton of content, but a lot of it takes, like, months of real world just playing casually or cheating. When I was doing a let's play of this last time, I just kind of cheated. Because it requires like 20 billion resources and so much of your time that I'm like, I'm just going to justify this and say that I'm showing it off. And spawn in 240 rusty gears. Right, spellbook made. Oh, they changed how the spellbook looks pretty significantly. Rifts in the world, unstable rift crystals. Small cluster required essence 5, blah 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 blah. Recommended magic tier 1. So I need to be a mage to break those. It's not telling me how. Unstable rift blooms. Maybe this will tell me about the pylons. Ooh, rift bloom tea. Why does it require so many rift bloom seeds? Plus 5 HP and mana regen buff. Scales with mage tier. But it, for some reason, consumes 80 satiety and 25 temporal stability. But that mana regen sounds good. Your eyes cannot focus on what is written, because there's no more. With the amount of copper that I've got, I should be able to. There's math that I can do to figure it out. But I shan't. Oh, look at that elemental still flying around. I'm just waiting for my stuff to be done, so that I can make the hammer. Put that there for storage, I don't need it on me. These are 55% rotted, but I'm going to go ahead and eat them now. I want to know what the deal is with that pylon. But since I'm not starving... you gotta make alloys. Oh, that dude's getting closer to my house. Nope, he's not friendly. Never take me alive, sucker. Let's just sleep. But there's an alloy calculator. It'll tell you how to do it. But if I come into here and type in bronze... There's a couple different types. Let's just type in, yeah, tin bronze ingot. It requires 8 to 12% tin, and then 88 to 92% copper. And since you're mixing the tin into the copper, it's stronger than the tin by itself, making it, and copper, making it an alloy, so it's tin bronze. My favorite is black bronze, which requires 68 to 84% copper, and then 8 to 16% silver and gold. But to get good amounts of silver and gold, you already need a bronze pickaxe, so it's a bit impractical for that to be the first one you make. I'm not tired enough to sleep. Ow, don't strike me. Dude's dead. Are you done? Hell yeah. This is the one I care about. Going back inside. Just gonna put that down. Don't need this. Put you here. Boom. Sounds like I've got more visitors. I swear they don't leave me alone. Y'all are obsessed. Where is my charcoal? Hopefully it's in here. Otherwise I have to go back outside. Doesn't seem to be on my person. Charcoal? No. I'll just dig up more. I think I used my charcoal for my pottery. It's not even a good use for my charcoal. I don't know who let me do that. This autonomy thing keeps getting me into trouble. You mean I'm responsible for my own actions and the consequences that follow? Right, that's probably enough to make me my hammer. Not sure where that drifter that was obsessed with me went. Seems to have disappeared. Dude had nothing on him. Alright. My inventory's a mess. Gonna get some firewood to start it off. Boom. And now we babysit. I can actually see how much copper I'm going to get. Let's open up my calculator, move it from behind Twitch chat. Alright, let's see here. 19 times 20. Equals 380. And then 34 plus 25. I meant times 25. Yeah, that'll be enough to make me my anvil. Should probably just start making my anvil whatchamacallit now. Goodbye, charcoal. That's almost at temperature. The prospecting tool's kind of confusing. It's all percentage-based. There are some good guides I would recommend watching. When I get to prospecting, I'll probably try to explain what I'm doing. But I'm also bad at explaining things. You would think a YouTube called Storyteller would be better at telling stories. But no, I just kind of say things. All the time. Whack. Basically, though, as you are prospecting, it's going to tell you things like, oh, poor, very poor, high, very high, etc., etc. And so what you're looking for is a chunk that's got very high of whatever metal you're looking for. I should probably put this on before I forget. And then the odds of you finding it are very good, but there's also a good chance that it won't be there at all. You can also find something that says like, oh, very poor. I mean, let's find something that's pretty rare by default. So if it says something like very poor bismuth, it's probably still there. You're just never going to find large amounts of bismuth in one place. If you're looking for iron, just look for hematite. Hematite tends to spawn in veins so large that you are never going to need more hematite. Like, you should be good until the heat death of the universe off of like one solid hematite vein. Alright, now that that's cooling, I can actually start my anvil. It's in here somewhere. I considered getting Napster, which just does this for me. But like, it takes away half the fun. I could also just be more careful. Doesn't sound like something it would do, though. Gotta focus. Shift into maximum overdrive. Whoops, fucking up my own pottery. This game is a lot more fun to play than watch. I can tell you that much for sure. I don't know how some YouTubers keep people entertained while doing this. Whoops. I mean, like, I love this game, but even I'm willing to admit that this is probably not the most fun thing you could be watching right now. I'm just sitting in a dirt shack playing with clay. Which I suppose could be somebody's interest. I might need more clay. Like, I've got more. Yeesh. Will this thing ever be complete? Please almost be done. As I mess it up. At least the game sounds really atmospheric. Hopefully, the game is loud enough that you can hear the sound of like waves just lapping against the side of my house. Since I live in a dirt shack. Oh, come on. Just kill me or something. Just don't make me keep doing this. Thankfully, you only have to do this once, unless you lose this mold. You can also be doing it more carefully. Save yourself some time having to clean up after your own mistakes. Finally. Oh good, the thing that was shooting beams of energy at me is gone. Alright, let's go and place that. Grass. I don't have a lot of grass on me, but I do totally have grass. Alright, now I need sticks. Sticks are going to be the ultimate thing that always has me running out into the field. I don't know how many sticks I need. Blacksmithing in this game is actually pretty therapeutic. It's not what I usually do for fun, though. Like, my favorite things to do in this game are actually just take care of crops and livestock and then cook a bunch of food. That's why I prefer to play on a server. What on earth is that sound? I don't know if you can hear it, but there's like this weird metal crashing sound. It's probably an elemental, but if it is, what is it doing? Possibly trying to kill me? If it is, it's not doing a very good job. Oh, it's just lightning. But from where? I guess lightning's not making the sound, it's just thunder. Sweet. There's enough sticks. I should stop using my charcoal for this sort of thing. And my torch is inside. Boom. Kobold has never heard of thunder before. Was that mature flax? Unfortunately, you can't make sticks from logs. You do get a good amount of them if you cut down a tree completely. Like breaking the, hurry up. Breaking the leaves first, which is what you want to do if you want seeds anyway. Something I'm going to be able to make as soon as I've got an anvil and get that started is a pair of shears, which cause sticks and stuff to drop more often. And then of course, as soon as I can figure out how to make a magic staff, I can get sticks that way. Boom. Let me see here. This can be used to make an Arcanus. Blah 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 blah. Requires the unlocked magic trait. Already have it. Alright. So I need some shifting fibers, rusty dust. Is there a better way to make these? Does not look like it. So I'm going to need to start putting rocks near a rift. I'm not doing anything else with my time. I got rocks for days, too. Let's find a rift. What the hell? Oh, I'm starving. See, I've got emergency food rations. I can also pick up this dwarf pine cone, cut it open, eat these. What if these are good for cooking? Doesn't matter, they are in my belly. Anyway, I'm looking for a rift. What's activity? Calm? That's not great. I might have to wait until higher rift activity to actually find one. Rifts can totally spawn when it's calm, it's just not likely. At the very least, it's not likely to happen right in front of me. I can use this time as an excuse to look for more crops and stuff, now that I've got inventory space. It's a pretty good pond. What are these? Nope, just some lingonberries. Is this more surface copper? Gonna have to mark that. Boop-a-doo. I have to figure out, what am I looking for? A rift. Finding a good amount of surface copper. I don't think I'm gonna find a rift out here. Oh hey! I found the lightning storm. I think it's been following me this entire time. Oh sweet, more sea berries. Sea berries aren't very good either. If I can get more cloudberries, those are good. Actually, I don't have any cloudberries on this save. Another fun thing to find would be, what's it called? Black Nightshade. I mean, I've already got a bunch of mods on here, so might as well look into a mod that adds turning logs into sticks. Can set that there. I need a better inventory. What I really want is a bag of holding. Whoops. Watch me misspell. It just requires a mage weave bag, large crystals, runic scrolls, crystals of memories, and then an Eldrathrium resonator. You know, just basic stuff. But it has 18 storage slots. I came in here and then forgot what I was actually doing. Put that away. Not that. I can be in a room with 5 objects, and I will always grab the wrong one first. Alright. Not 6. Let's go with 4. Surely I've got some other fruit I can add to this somewhere. Apparently not. My storage sucks. Ow. I mean, I need more storage, but my organization sucks. Eat this as it is. Oh, that's just driftwood. Any other types of berries just sitting on the ground? I only need a couple. I should also... Oh, flax. This isn't going to help me with what I'm currently doing, but it will eventually help me expand my inventory. I guess I could try to kill a snake. I would need to kill 2, but then I could add that to my porridge. Doo-doo. Dog rose. I had a bunch of dog rose berries, but I ate them all. Nope. Are you dog rose? Yes. And it's ripe. What do I not care about? Not entirely fair, since I care about everything on my person. Let's just throw the horsetail, since I can get more of that. I don't know why the air is so dry. Never mind, I thought I saw something I didn't. Let's get back home and make myself some porridge. I should also check on my earthworm castings. I think my earthworms are dead, though. Or they just despawned. One of those 2 things is happening. Earthworms? Oh, hell yeah, they finished their castings. I don't have the inventory space required to put away my... whatchamacallit? Tongs. Alright, and tongs put away. go and add my 4 dog rows to my soup. I mean porridge. And porridge is really just like a really thick soup, isn't it? You could probably argue that if you're crazy, and I am. So I will argue that. How's my pottery? Still going. Actually, wait, that's just my anvil. I can already break this stuff down now. Hammer made. Can I put this here? No, I can't. There we go. Let's see. I've got more than enough to make an anvil. And then I want a saw. And I know where to get more copper. What's the status of my... My pickaxe is doing fine. Like, it's more than half dead. Or it's less than half dead. So the opposite of what I said. Hey, let's check out the earthworm castings. I need to get more going, but I need more earthworms for that. Boom. It's another thing to take up inventory space I don't have. But let's see here. Growth speed, 97%. Adding to all of those soils, or the nutrients anyway. They might have patched it, so I can't get the growth speed up to like 2000%. Unless I can. Maybe it just takes a while. I don't know, we'll watch it. This is high fertility soil anyway. Ooh, I'm getting Discord notifications. Alright. Unrelated. Nope, they're still just at 97%. So there's a good chance that earthworm castings were nerfed. But they're still good, so I want more earthworms. If I can find what I did with my hoe. There it is. Whoops. Alright, good. Put that back. I can show off earthworm gunting. Everybody likes earthworm gunting. Oh yeah, my flax. Boom. I should also be planting these flax seeds as I find them, so that I can get flax growing. What was that? Ah, spelt. Not useless. Not what I want. I really should have another flax seed, shouldn't I? I can plant some turnips. Technically everything is in season. For now. Some parts of the world get too cold or too hot to grow things year-round. Not bad for grain. $5.60 and then $1.50 fruit. Could be a lot better, though. But that's the power of home-cooked meals. Put that on there. Go ahead and take this off. Already wasted a bunch of firewood. I'm waiting on this. And then I can start making an anvil. I suppose I will also need ingot molds. Pow. Go ahead and make this one. Maximum fun. Probably gonna run out of copper. Or not copper, clay. I'm definitely gonna run out of copper, but hopefully not before I'm able to make a saw. Do I have enough to make a saw and nails and strips? I'll get back to you on that. Boom! I didn't even need more clay. Get these going. Oh, I left my prospecting pick in here. Stop picking it back up. Alright, grass. I think I need 2 more. And then I'm going to need a bunch more sticks. That's not grass. Right, some sticks. All the sticks. Not a lot of sticks. I only need 8 though, fortunately. Do. Grant me all the sticks. Alright, I do believe there are still some sticks in the area I can pick up off the floor. If not, there's more leaves. Did I already pick out everything that was in there? I think I did. One more stick. Let's go. Now we're golden. During the winter, you hopefully already have like a cellar built and food saved up. I haven't made any, but you can make something called a crock that if you seal it with animal fat or beeswax, it will stay fresh longer. But also, as long as I can keep the river from freezing over, I can continue to collect fish with my fish traps. Alright, I need my thang. I should also probably stop wasting charcoal. This will get on my nerves eventually, not having any. Boom. Still waiting on that, which will be done way before that. But I need the anvil before I start working molds on like a copper. Boom. How do I make a crucible? No, crucible is what I have. How do I make a whatchamacallit? Forge. Oh, it's just 7 cobblestone and a U, like upside down Minecraft pants. Definitely made 4. You could see my brain not actually doing any math in real time. There we go. That made 10. I am so smart. The nearby ruins are pretty far away. Can I pick this up? Boom. There we go. Forge already made. A lot of part blocks in ruins as well. Boom. I should really start marking ruins on my map so I know to come back to them. What I can do, even though I can't do anything with it yet, is make a quern. You kids ever use a quern? Do I have my pickaxe on me? I don't. It's gonna be hard to make a quern. Boom. Also, my inventory is a mess. I could probably dig out a cellar and then start making, what are they called? Storage vessels. There we go. more cobblestone. This is not the best way to collect stone for querns. It's better to do it going into a wall. But nobody ever accused me of being smart. Yes, that is what I'm doing. You can't make a quern using broken stone. On that note, I do think I need one more. So I didn't calculate this very well. There we go. Now I believe this also requires sticks, which is usually the one thing I don't have. I wish I could just grow a stick tree. Surely that's a thing in real life. Just the most absurd, inconvenient-looking tree you've ever seen. Which, boy, does it produce sticks. Oh, there was a snake under there. I didn't know snakes could be found under the sticks. Alright, let's see here. I think it's like this, and then boom, 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 boom. Nope, that's not how you make a quern at all. Should have just looked it up instead of trying to be smart. Basalt quern. Oh, I need a hammer and chisel. I don't remember those needing a hammer and chisel, but they did recently make everything slightly harder. So that might be the result of that. My chisel is something I actually can't make until I've got an anvil. Go ahead and put this in here. Temporarily put that there. Pick these up, put them outside since I'm not using them. You do not want to put these outside if they've got metal cooling in them, because rain will break them. Where is my copper? Hello, shark. I'm not doing this as efficiently as I could be. Oh yeah, I'm having fun. Just chatting with some strangers. Playing some Vintage Story. I might not have enough, copper to do this. I thought I did. Oh wait, this isn't even my main stack. Yeah, I should be fine. Just keep going. Doesn't need to be even. Just needs to be divided. Might help if it's even. Just keep going. I need 900 units. Boom. Save that 83 for other tools and bars. So yeah, I've got enough copper to keep me going for a good bit. This is going to take a while to smelt, though. So I have to go get more charcoal. I wonder if I can use roe in, like, soup. I think you can put roe on sushi, but that's like something they do in real life. So it makes sense if you could do it in the game. Now, this is actually not my first or even second or third experience with Vintage Story. I had a full Let's Play, sort of, until recently, and then my mods started not playing nicely together. So the save is basically just bunk. And now I've got another Let's Play going. No episode released yet. I recorded 4 episodes, but episode 2 is corrupted. I didn't do anything cool in episode 2, but it would be nice to have it. I basically just start episode 3 with a dirt shack that nobody will ever know how I built. And probably the usual way you build dirt shacks. How y'all doing? Nope, still just 97%. They nerfed my earthworm castings. Probably for the best, but still. Dang door. How am I supposed to cheese things if my door keeps breaking? Not even that, but they messed up my earthworm castings. Alright, sweet. We can swap these over. I am pretty much committing myself to staying in here, and I'll move it. If I didn't move that, I wouldn't be able to move or leave my house until it cooled. Which is probably fine. As soon as I've poured it, I'll probably just go to bed. Like in game. Why don't I keep tabbing out to check the time? It didn't break, but with crude doors, there's a chance for it to fall off the hinges. So if you're running from your life, like for your life, from something, it's not ideal. It usually happens more often than that. Maybe it's because I'm trying to get it to happen. That it's not. Oh. I should probably equip this. Not that. This. I don't know where I'm going to put my hammer. Or not hammer. Anvil. Logically, I need to put it in here, but I could just put it in another dirt shack as long as it can't be rained on. I could also put it next to my forge. Since technically this fire pit doesn't need to be in the middle of the room, it's just where I put it. Also, real quick, did you know that there are emotes in this game? And by emotes, I mean one. Hi, everybody! Did you know that if you stand on fire pits, you take damage? Oh, I have one more serving of this than I thought I did. My rice porridge with mashed sea berries and dog rose. Come on, hurry up. We need to start pouring this anvil. Should I should, in theory, hold on to some of my copper so I can make some tin bronze, but I've not even seen tin. Probably gonna have to prospect for that. Class specialty? Yes. There are a couple different classes. Ow. Depending on your settings, some classes can only craft certain things. So because I didn't turn it on when I was creating my world, my character should not be able to make a tailored Gamberson. Gamberson. I'm sorry, I'm tired. Tailored Gamberson. Yeah, so my character cannot make this. Because I didn't set it up to where there are not class-specific crafting recipes. And my character is not a... whatchamacallit? My character is not a tailor, they are a rust mage. I got plus 20% temporal stability loss via meditation. Or minus 20%. The first thing would have been a bad thing. Gear calling, plus 25% rusty gear drop rate. Between worlds, 10% walk speed. Essence fed, minus 20% hunger rate. But I've also got less health and melee damage. And I get less loot from foraging and wild crops. And I harvest animals slower. So it's got perks and it's got downsides. There is a recipe that I can craft as a rust mage that in theory no other class can craft. But you can also just set it up to where any class can craft whatever. In fact, I think only tailors can make sewing kits. So it's kind of silly to not have it enabled that anybody can craft whatever. I can turn that on for my live stream save. Well, the rust dust, you'd think that a mage would have a better chance getting... No, I was correct that you can only get that from stable rift blooms, not the unstable ones. But yeah, there's a console command you can use if for some reason you forgot to change that setting and then decide later that you want to. I'm gonna take this. So for example, in this save, my Let's Play save, or live stream save, I can't craft the sewing kit. But for my Let's Play save, I can, because I got that setting enabled. If I get far enough in this world, I will want to turn that on, so I can craft whatever. Boom! I'm now the proud owner of an anvil. I mean, it's just molten copper at the moment. But eventually, there will be a not liquid copper anvil. Let's eep. Oh yeah, I meant to make more fish traps. Like, that's the first thing I said I was going to do, and I still haven't done it yet. Almost 2 hours into the stream. Boom! Copper anvil, get out of your rusty gear. Nobody cares. Probably move that over, or just not have this be my forge. And these are done. My inventory is a shit show. The hell is that? Oh, it's just a block. Oh, that's where I was showing off panning. I thought there was a bear in my backyard. It happens. Alright, this can go outside. I'll put it next to the other ones. Unless I lose my anvil, I will never need that again. No, I need to pour a bronze anvil. That might be stupid, chat. Alright, let's go ahead and move my fire pit over here, which will require grass, which I don't have. Whoops. You know what I could do, purely cosmetically, is that I could put my fire pit on top of that's not what I wanted. Ah, that's where it lives now. If I collect that, it will turn into a regular one. I wanted one of my cobblestone, which I have in my pocket. Whoops. But it's whatever. It's whatever. Alright. Nah, I've got unmedicated ADHD, so it's constantly got me doing stupid shit. And even if I want to stop blaming the ADHD, I think I'm stupid on top of the ADHD. Both things are true. Ow. Let's find some earthworms. I guess I could try gunting. I keep bringing up earthworm gunting, and then I've not actually done it yet. Whoops. That's not a very good use of my dog rose bushes. I was correct that I can get sticks from it, though. Alright, some sticks acquired. So check it out. If you take a stick, put it in your crafting menu, you can make a stake. And then by putting holes in that, you get an earthworm gunter. And then by holding the earthworm gunter in your offhand and a stick in your main hand, you can hold shift and disturb the earth. Oh, look at that. Already got an earthworm. I don't have a pocket space for my earthworm. Let's plant this. Multiple earthworms. Stop eating the earthworm, me. Alright. I guess I could stack my sticks. They don't need to be taking up a separate inventory space. No, so earthworm gunting is something that people do in real life. The vibrations convince the earthworms that it's raining. And then they come to the surface. I don't know why they do that, because they just end up drowning somewhere else. I'm sure that earthworms usually do manage to escape the rain, otherwise that wouldn't be a trained behavior. Oh, earthworm. I don't know if it's better that I move around or not. Because surely if there's not an earthworm there, there's just not an earthworm there. But maybe it's better if I stick around for in a spot for longer? Yeah, I'm not seeing any benefits to staying in one spot. Presumably that's how you would want to do it, though. Give the earthworms time to surface. You can kind of hear the earthworm grunting. If I turn it up, you could hear it better. Earthworm. Yoink. Alright. I have no soil, do I? No, I've got soil. But this there... Release 2 earthworms in my gross soil. There we go. Stop walking into that, me. Oh, I've actually got 2 fish in here. Just waiting for me to eat them. You know what I don't have? Is adequate inventory space for anything I'm trying to do. Alright. We'll be fresh for 1 day. Don't worry, it won't last that long. Other fish. Also fresh for a day. Got a single one from that. Which is not enough to do much of anything. Well, let's rebait my fish trap. Boom. I've got the resources to make another fish trap. There we go. Nope, almost. I don't know if I've got the energy to walk over to Walmart later. I should. Something I should do, because I'm running out of food at home. Boom. 2 fish traps, better than 1. I don't have a cellar, but if I did have a cellar, I could also keep food fresh longer down there. I think I can make fish sausages. Yep, raw fish sausage. I don't know how good that would be, but I'd try it. I like seafood, like fish jerky. How bad could fish sausage possibly be? Anyway, no more distractions. I'm distracting myself. Alright, I don't have as much copper as I thought I did. I somehow convinced myself I had more. Yeah, there is a way to do that. You need cordage, though, which technically I had. It's better to do once you can make fences. But that's what the fish hooks are for. Problem is that I've done that in the past, and the fish you catch that way don't stay fresh nearly as long as the ones in the fish trap. So you'd have to stay on top of it more, and like, my brain just does not let me stay on top of things. Like right now, I don't know what I'm doing. I think I wanted to start this. Doop. I don't need my earthworm gunter on my person either. There you go, set it down. Next to my forge, or my crucible, should be fine. No big deal. Oh, have it, like, alert me that there's a fish waiting. I just reread that comment correctly this time. Unfortunately, there is not. I can't make, like, a little bell. You kind of can't catch fish unless there's bait. You need more bait if you use that fish hook method, since sometimes I can get up to, like, 3 fish for a single worm. But if I bait the hooks, I'm only probably going to get 1 fish from it. This is a mod though, so you can just go into the config file and probably change some stuff around. Maybe make bait last forever. For people who don't have a brain, like me. Hey Shark, how do you pronounce that? Knyazberry. No idea. I should be babysitting my Crucible. What am I doing outside? That's actually already almost a temp. Unfortunate. I don't know if you have Vintage Story Shark, but a lot of the stuff I'm showing off is not vanilla. I got a lot of mods. I've seen people with way more mods though. So my mods aren't too excessive. Probably. What do you think the odds are that we can get Merple to open the server back up? Oh yeah, you were on the server at the beginning. Doot, 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 doot. Let's see here. Somebody from AASD also wants in. I haven't heard from them in a bit, though. At least not about Vintage Story. I wish this would hurry up. Oh yeah, eventually I'm going to have like a full kitchen. One of the mods that I've got adds stuff like, not these display cases, but like food display cases. It also adds cupboards and other cool things. You can also put barrels on their side using the same mod, which you could not do in vanilla. Yeah, if we can get the server going, I can't remember the name of the mod. I can probably just look it up here. Food shelves, that's the name of the mod. If we can get the server back up, I would want to try to get Merple to add food shelves. Give me my... did I not actually pick up the two things? Where are they? Surely I picked them up. Well, they're not in here, and they're not in my house. Unless they are in my house. Here we go, ingot molds. Really need to hurry this up. There we go. Dump this out while it's still hot. Alright. Now, pretty wastefully, this one is going to turn into a saw, and then this one's going to turn into nails and strips. So that I can make my first chest and have, like, proper storage. I might even be able to make a full-sized trunk using these 2 ingots, hopefully. And then I've got another 2 ingots worth of metal here, so I might make another pickaxe and a prospecting pick. I have to be smart with the resources I have, because I don't have an easy way to get more. I actually do know where a bunch more copper is, but I'm gonna have to be careful collecting it. Maybe grab a bunch of dirt first. Oh, that's my last serving of porridge. I do think it would be a bit harder of a sell to get Merple to add wildcraft nuts and berries, or whatever it's called. But there is a berry, let me stop pressing J, called Black Nightshade, which is interesting, because you get 2 different kinds. There's the Black Nightshade that's poisonous, and then there's the Black Nightshade that's not poisonous. And you get both from the same plant. And while there are better plants that are not poisonous at all, I do want to make a bunch of Black Nightshade brandy. Only because how metal does that sound? I would drink Black Nightshade liquor. Liqueur. Are they both still in there, or is that just the one flipping out? I think that's just the one flipping out. Speaking of which, how are my other crops doing? How are they not more moist than that? They're all touching water. Yeah, I probably have to do more earthworm gunting. Oh, my copper is already cooled. What? Dang it, that was more of my smooth basalt. I shouldn't have this in my inventory. Where's my pickaxe? I'm gonna have to collect more of this. In the future, anyway. It would be nice if I would just stop ruining the stuff I've got now. Come on, copper. Cool, faster! Still like 800 degrees Celsius. My dirt shack is probably boiling. Any fish? No fish. I got a good amount of fish in my original Let's Play, but I did also have like 20 fish traps. Game's lagging a tiny bit. Don't know why it does that sometimes. It doesn't lag a whole lot when I'm recording, unless it does, and I'm just not paying attention. My berries will grow in about 11 days. Yeah, beekeeping is another thing that I was responsible for in the server that I'll occasionally talk about being on. You basically have to make a skiff, I think it's called? Skip? What the fuck is it called? Skep? Yeah, skep. So you make an empty skep with a bunch of reeds and a bit of clay. And then you leave it next to a beehive surrounded by flowers, and then the bees will swarm, and then they'll populate the skep. And then you can use that skep to like populate other skeps in the area. And then eventually they'll produce honey inside of that skep. It would be nice if you could make like a proper bee house with removable frames and whatnot, so you didn't need to keep cycling skeps. But like if what you want to do is be a beekeeper, you can totally do that. I'll usually have like 4 of them in one area. And then I'll harvest 3 and then leave the other one to populate the other 3. How is my copper still warm? The honey can be used to add food satiety to things. You can also use it to preserve fruit by making, whatchamacallit. This is a modded feature. Chutney, I think, is what you can make. Maybe it's not chutney, or maybe that's not how you spell chutney. It's fruit something. Oh, that's probably not supposed to look like that. You can make jam, yes. I don't think jam requires honey. I think it just requires water and fruit. Am I misspelling chutney? I don't think I was misspelling it enough that it wouldn't have come up. Here, let me just check expanded foods. Do. Hardtack, gelatin, muffins, pasta dough, pemmican. I don't know if it's in this one. It's probably in here somewhere. Expanded liquids? Probably not. Maybe it's expanded meals. Not au gratin. Okay, so it's not called chutney. I don't think chutney's in the game. Compote is what you can use. It dehydrates fruit and syrup and honey. Compote. I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly. I'm just going to call it chutney. Surely they're basically the same thing. I'm not ignorant. I'm uninformed. Those aren't synonyms. I'll continue to tell myself that. Oh hey, it's still like 200 degrees Celsius, but my stuff's hardened. Put that there. Boom. Burn, baby, burn. Hopes that it's still warm. I'm going to want my hammer. Also, probably don't want dirt on my person. Let's go ahead and put this somewhere out of the way. There you go, looks natural. You'll never guess that I put those there. I should get in the habit of closing my door, but I also don't want it to break randomly. I could, in theory, move my torch over here as well, just for visibility. That's not that much brighter. One moment, I got a cough. The crops will actually tell you how many days it takes, but depending on the quality of your soil and fertilizer, it can take longer. In fact, it's probably going to take longer. I'm going to let this burn out completely. Yoink. What am I making? Saw? Saw. Saw blade. I need to hurry up and find this darn saw. It's on here somewhere. Shears. Wrench. Copper saw blade. But yeah, this is actually weirdly therapeutic. Just moving pixels around. I actually think they're called voxels. You get what I'm saying. Sorry, I gotta focus. I'm shifting into focus mode. One could probably argue I don't have a focus mode, but this is as close as it gets. Alright. Now I just gotta start knocking stuff off carefully. If you accidentally break off something you shouldn't have, and you still have the pixels, you can save it. But it would be a pain in the arse to move these, so if I broke something now, I'd probably be screwed. Saw blade made? Right, throw it in the water. That's not even in the water. There wasn't a rush to do that. I don't know why I ran for it. Anyway, cooled saw blade. It's 56 degrees Celsius. That sounds pretty hot to me, but I can probably hold it without the tongs. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Striking the hot metal, giving you forge next piece of equipment really does help clear your mind. Yeah, like if you don't have to try to commentate over it, I can imagine zoning out and just making stuff. Merple, who is the host of the server that I keep bringing up, really liked forging. It did not like remembering to eat. Which is an issue when you're a creature that requires food to survive. Anyway, saw blade make. Let's go ahead and make the whatchamacallit. No, I'm not out of charcoal. I am out of brain cells, but it's not unusual. Boom. Sweet, I can put my saw next to my pickaxe. Also, if it sounds strange, our buddy Merple uses its pronouns. My earthworm castings. I don't think Merple uses he/him pronouns. I think Merple went from any to its. Maybe they, them. Do. But my pronouns are they, them. I think shark is he, they. No, the earthworms seem to just kind of disappear of their own volition, but at least they finished the job. Oh, it's in there. Yeah, I got my earthworm back. I think that one of them is gone, though. Ow. Yeah, but I can fertilize these crops. Might as well collect it. Actually, I should probably stop getting distracted. No, that's definitely heated. It should be warmer than that, though. Let's relight this and not get distracted. Mission status impossible. I am really good at getting distracted. I wonder if I should make jams. I should definitely do something with this fish I've got on my person, though. If I had crocs, that would save me a lot of trouble. And a cellar. I'm probably going to make my cellar a little bit away from my house, considering I'm right on the water. Alright. Boop-a-doo. I should have enough resources to get this done. Totally just wasted some charcoal, though. Look at it still burning. I'm not entirely sure what happened. Presumably, I'm just being goofy. And it's burnt out. I don't know if you can hear the sound of the waves, though, but this is really calming. Just the sound of the waves, and the sound of the hammer against metal. Boom. Oh, almost walked into that again. Go ahead and cool those off. Yeah, no, this game, the vibes are immaculate. My favorite thing to do is just cook food. Take care of animals. Unfortunately, because I'm on a server, I have to do everything. I'm not on a server, I have to do everything by myself. I'm responsible for keeping this dumbass alive. Even though that dumbass is me. Anyway, I don't suppose I know where an oak tree is. Couldn't put my hammer away. Put away my tongs. Couldn't grab this. I don't suppose I know what I did with an axe. I can just make another one. Do I have any sticks? No. Never have any sticks. I don't have inventory space, but also this madness is to try to fix that. I'm just gonna char some fish. Unless I've got more in there, I can't cook a meal. Whoops. Just check my fish. Traps. Hell yeah. I can cook a meal, probably. I'm back to an uneven amount, but getting that bittergill or bluegill or whatever the hell it was called was a bit of bad luck. Stack those. Boom. Put those there. I will have to just cook that as is. I think I cooked up my turnips. Nope, leave that there. Do I have any fruit? Yeah, I've got more dog rows. Which is better than nothing. Can't use that much dog rows. Am I out of firewood? No. I figured I wouldn't be, but I wasn't seeing it either. Whoops, eating my dog rows. It is getting late, so I should also probably finish cooking this and then sleep. Maybe throw this last fish fillet on the fire. Char it, eat it, go to bed. I no longer need to char and eat that fish fillet, but it will go bad if I don't. I can't wait until I get into proper cooking. One of my favorite things to do is make dumplings. You can put vegetables or meat in dumplings, and then you can use them in stews. Making like red meat dumpling and sausage stew is really good for the old protein. Since you've got 5 little bars here, you've got fruit, vegetable, grain, protein, and dairy, and having those filled up actually gives you more health. I'm cooking my single fish fillet. Go ahead and set that down. Fish fillet cooked. It's fresh for 4 days, so I'll get time to sleep. I'll eat it as breakfast. I like that I can still look around. Alright. It is 4:33 in the morning. Of course, I think it's like spring or summer in the game, so the sun is rising anyway. Let's go find and chop down a tree I actually like. No, they don't help you do things faster. The more full they are, the more health you have. So like if I look, where would my health be? My hit points are 18. I should only start with 15, so I've got 3 more health points because I've got health, or fruit filled. Would be nice if I could actually just say words. But yeah, you get more health points for having a balanced diet. I thought there was an oak tree over here. Maybe there is, but I missed it. Oak is a wood type I actually like, so if I can set up my house with oak, I'll be golden. It would also be cool if I could find bees. The sticks naturally spawn. They're not going to, like, appear over time, though. What the hell is this? It's 2 different vines grown together into one bush. Which I suppose is totally possible. That can happen in real life. Oh, bear. Run for it. You'll never catch me. I'm the gingerbread envy. I do, however, not want to die. So I'll let the bear... Actually, it is gaining on me. Weird. Animals used to swim so slow compared to players. You can actually graft trees and stuff in this game. It's got a really low success rate, though. But like if I want a tree that grows both yellow and pink apples... Oh, probably gonna die. Could you come close enough for my spear? Oh, re-aggroed. Oh, there goes my spear. I'm probably only dead because it has not chosen to attack me for some reason. This is nerve-wracking. How am I still alive? On reflection, this is going to be a really annoying place to die. I think it's drowning. If I could just avoid it, it should die on its own. That of the game is struggling for some reason. I think there are some underwater plants that you can eat, but those are added by a mod. I think the game is struggling. Why is this bear not dead? Die faster, bear. But also die somewhere I can carve your corpse. Probably got some fat on you, anyone? Fuck yeah, bear died. Rest in pieces. Well, 3 animal fat, 3 hide, and a bunch of bushmeat. I don't have anything I want to get rid of, though. I guess I can eat these 3 berries and then get all that bushmeat. I think he's drowning. I don't believe animals can bleed. Which is unrealistic. Of course they can bleed. Alright. I don't know how I survived that. Let's not encounter another bear. And see if I can't find out where this oak tree I'm looking for is. No, I was stabbing the bear with my spear, but it decided to not die. And then I guess it just drowned. Which is good for me, bad for the bear. But bears are no joke, so I'm not complaining. I don't really have any proper storage for all this meat. It's gonna go bad in 2 days. I could probably cook it up, but it would be better if I could cook it into a stew. Hello! You missed an epic bear battle. If anybody asks, it was epic. Not me just swimming in circles while the bear drowned. I wish I could remember where that oak tree was. Assuming there was ever an oak tree and I'm not mixing up my 2 saves. It's looking more and more possible. Do you have any chests in here I can use? No. Where would you have useful things? Actually, kind of do. Animal fat never goes bad. Hold on to that for me. I need my knife. Go ahead and hold on to my worms. I've got 3 bear pelts. And 3 animal fat. So technically, I could just start curing those. Yeah, but I don't actually care about the pelt. So I'll let that rot. Doesn't matter. Would be nice to find a tree that doesn't suck. I don't want to build my house out of pine. I mean, taste is subjective. If you really like how pine looks, more power to you. It's just like too ready orange for me. Oh, there's some quartz. Here's some gravel. Disobeying the laws of physics. On reflection, the more I look around, I think maybe the oak tree was part of my other save. The single player let's play I've got going on. I mean, this is single player, but it's like a stream. You'll know what I'm talking about. Sure, it would be nice if there was an oak tree around, though. I should probably head back to my house, cook up this bushmeat. And then head back towards spawn. I think I passed an oak tree on my way here. Alright, sleep well. My housemate's gonna be getting up because he's gotta leave for work, so I'll probably have to stop streaming sooner than later. Also, I'm not male, so not a mister. I think it would be MX, but I prefer not to use that either. That just sounds odd. How would you even pronounce that read aloud? Oh, more sea berry. Right, yeah, I don't know if there is a pine tree or oak tree nearby. Lots of pine. My brain's just not working. I guess I could wander back into the woods. What are the odds of there being 2 bears? I don't know. It seems too, personable. My friend the kobold. What is this? More ivy. I do wonder why there's so many poisonous berries in this game. I mean, I guess it's realistic to real life, and the berries are added by a mod, so it's hard to blame the game for them. I'm gonna go ahead and collect some cuttings. Get some raspberries growing over by my house. I mean, I don't have a house yet. But get some raspberries growing in the area that will eventually maybe be my house. Since it is just to make a chest, at least for now, I could probably cut down a non-oak tree. But it would be nice to get started with a lumber type I actually like. I'm gonna have a bunch of pine planks sitting around. That native copper, this close to my house. That's forest floor. Here's the log. I just heard a weird noise. Probably too quiet for you to hear. Hopefully it's not another bear. Know what? Hurry up. Chop down. Oh yeah, there is native copper near here. I don't care too much about pine. It would have made cutting it down faster, though. What I want is oak. If I could find an oak tree, I would definitely try to get some acorns, since that's a log type I like. Walnut is another one I like. I do think I passed by a walnut tree. Also near spawn, though. Oh, sweet, my Rift Bloom has grown in. I need more Rift Bloom seeds. I should also probably cook these before I forget. And it seems like at some point I also extinguished my torch. When it rains, it pours. I just need to be more responsible. There we go. Come on. There we go. It's a good thing I still have this. Actually, you know what? I think I extinguished my torch when I was running for my life from that bear. So it's fair. Anyone would have done the same. Saw. Alright. What else do I need these for? If nothing else, I'm just gonna make more chests, since storage is my biggest issue. I didn't know I could make these. Metalworkers. Oh, it's from the Better Ruins mod. Alright, that makes sense. I was struggling to think why you would want to make those. Oh. That's how you make a cutting board. I don't need one of those yet. That's also added by a mod. Alright, and I got 2 full-size trunks. I'll put them both outside for now. One of those is going to be in my cellar, though. Raspberries are fresh for 2 days. I don't know what I just picked up. Oh, my hoe. Put that back. I don't know if those are going to finish charring in time. Give me these. How many servings are in there? 2? It's fine. I'm creative. There we go. Bushmeat stew with raspberries. Delicious. Might as well eat my charred bushmeat. Can I eat this raw? No. Probably for the best. There you go. Bait my trap with it. Also got free fish. Waste, but I'm gonna go ahead and put them back in the water for now, because I don't need a fish. I say just after baiting my other trap. There's my firewood. I could also throw some planks in there, if push comes to shove. It's getting pretty late and my housemate's gonna be awake soon. But I would say, since I've got 2 large chests, that ultimately it was a pretty successful stream. Or at least I got a lot done. I also got a good bunch of people chatting. Even though Keshava, or however you would pronounce that, does not seem to grasp the fact that I am non-binary. There are men, there are women, and then there are neither, or both. It's quite the variety of genders. Either there are no genders, or there are as many genders as there are people. And both can be true at the same time. I should get my earthworm castings. Woot woot. I think in real life it's a bad idea to over-fertilize crops. That doesn't seem to be something you actually have to worry about in the game, though. I can't wait until the stop over-fertilizing your crops dumbass update. Oh sweet, I got a seed from this one. Oh, can't plant those too close together. It's a good thing it didn't let me do that, because I probably would have just screwed up my own plants. Oh shoot, just needs a tiny bit more fuel. Have some sticks. That should... Nope, that's not going to get it over. Just burn all the sticks. Sticks aren't the most thing, or the thing I need the most. Always out of sticks. And my soup is done. It's not very good. But considering it's made with bear meat and raspberries, I'd say it came out looking pretty okay. Kind of like my fish stew here, made with dog rose. I don't know how palatable any of this stuff would be. Let me out of my house. As soon as I get walnut, which will probably be first thing on the agenda for the next stream, I can start making a house. It's a rather dull looking house. Walnut's like a very dull grey in this game. But that was pretty good for a stream so far. Anyway, if you are watching this not as a VOD, or, well, let's start first. If you are here just lurking or chatting, I want you to know that you are extremely appreciated. If you're watching this after the fact as a VOD, you have some next level superhuman patience. I appreciate that as well. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and